Hi, Senator Hough here for our weekly update. And this week we had Gun Day in Annapolis. So as a member of the Judicial Proceedings Committee, we deal with all the crime bills, with the bills dealing with the courts, and we get all the Second Amendment gun issues. And so every year we have about anywhere from a dozen to 20 bills coming in dealing with guns. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them just plain ugly. This year, let me talk about a couple of the good ones. One issue that I get contacted by constituents all the time about is wanting Maryland to become a shall issue, right to carry state. I'm in complete agreement with this. I've always co-sponsored, sponsored this legislation, have always voted for it. Again, we had the legislation in this year. My hope is that we will get a vote up or down on committee on it, and then hopefully be able to pass it and get it to the floor. But that is an ongoing issue that I know so many people care about, being able to have law-abiding citizens have the right, just like the vast majority of states in this country, to be able to carry firearms if they get the proper permit and training and all that. You know, it's a very important issue to me, and I know it is from a number of my constituents. We had another bill. I'd say there was a couple other bills that I had a bill in that would repeal the fingerprint requirement for those who are getting renewals on right to carry permits. So something to make the system a little bit less cumbersome. An unnecessary process now that we're removing because it's no longer needed because you have digital fingerprinting. Also had bills dealing with people who are convicted of crimes and making sure they don't have guns, and so some of those may have some validity. We're going to look into those. We had some real stupid bills, though, just to be honest about it. Because we have a Republican governor now, Democrats in the legislature are looking for political issues to go after them on, and they see guns as one. There are two bills I want to talk about real briefly. One bill, which was to ban guns on college campuses, to make it a crime if you bring a gun on a college campus. This bill will practically do nothing. All it does is give the Democrats an opportunity to swipe at the governor. Right now, there's not a single college in the state of Maryland that allows guns on college campuses. So the bill would do nothing other than it's an opportunity for them to try to take it, put it on the governor's desk, and force him to either make the gun supporters mad or use something they can use in the campaign. This is exactly the kind of things we shouldn't be wasting our time down here at political stunts. It's exactly what these bills are that they're doing. And then the other one is they have a bill, which is a uniquely awful bill, which would say that people who are on the terrorist watch list shouldn't be able to get guns. Now you listen to that and you think, well, that makes sense. Well, the reason why it doesn't make sense is because, one, state police and nobody has access to this. It's a secret list kept by the executive branch. Second off, it's completely done by the federal government. The President of the United States, the executive branch, makes this list. There's no way to challenge it if you're on it. I shouldn't say there's no way, but there's no judicial process set up. So in our government, we have checks and balances. So there's no way for the judiciary branch, the court, to challenge it. So long and short of it is, with this list, if Maryland was to pass this, you could have the President of the United States make a secret list of who's allowed to own guns and who's not. Could you imagine that? That is just completely wrong, unconstitutional, violates our system of government where we have executive check, the judicial branch, and so on and so forth. You cannot have a bill which would say the federal government, the president, the executive branch, makes a secret list and says who can and cannot own a gun. And even if you were going to do it, Maryland has no way to comply with it. Again, this is nothing more than a political stunt, attempt by the far left down here to swipe at the governor and play political stunts. And my hope is that we will dispatch with these bills, defeat them for what they are, political stunts, and continue to do good work for the people of Maryland and make sure that criminals and bad people don't have guns and that good people and law-abiding citizens are allowed to enjoy their Second Amendment rights in Maryland as they are able to do with much more freedom in our surrounding states. So until next week, have a great week.